Hey, it's Friday afternoon.
Watching Amazon and others.
Is that what it is?
I don't I like that. I'm gonna figure it out. Go by the URL.
Watch Amazon and Beyond, not others.
Yeah.
Beyond, there it is. Oh, it is. I just got a LinkedIn notification. Brent
That
Leary is live. Join now.
what
Privacy
does
and
it say?
lots more. It says Brent Leary is live. Join now. Privacy and lots more. That's what it says.
Privacy and lots more.
There's a lot. Yeah. There's apparently. Yeah. But before we get started, you want to do your tired hello thing.
Okay. I'm tired and hello.
Not no
Um,
name either, huh? No name.
nah,
Just
man. Hey, look, it's in the bottom corner. John Calder Ice Lawson. Which is interesting because now I'm gonna have to call myself that.
yeah, okay. Well, anyway, while you're doing that,
Yes.
I'm Brent Leary. You can always depend on me, folks. You can always depend on me. I'm I'm very
Okay.
consistent.
Yeah, right. Right.
This is funny. This literally just popped up in my Facebook memories.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Look at that.
Why?
What
Why?
the hell? A boot camp for your business. Would you like to explain what this is? I mean,
What this was.
this is like a long time ago, isn't it?
It's like 7 years ago.
That's long enough.
That's a long time ago, bro. Especially in the digital world, dude. That is so funny.
Boot camp for your business, people.
Yes, we did a boot camp for your business, and I brought in some of the best and brightest people, and then I asked you to come along.
Yeah, I was just waiting for
You was waiting for it,
Yeah,
right?
I
You
knew it
knew it
was
was going to
coming.
kick in the pants.
Yeah, I knew
But
it was coming. Yeah.
and we had a weekend full of great content, good camaraderie and fellowship, and I think some lifelong friendships were made from that weekend. That was a really cool time.
I know some of these people, but I don't know all these folks here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you just look at the pretty much everybody except one. I'm
Uh,
guessing.
I'm guessing more like everybody but two, like the dude
Two.
next to me and then the lady next to the dude. I don't know those two.
That's Jackie.
That is?
Yes, that was Jackie.
What year was that again?
That was not the year she took that picture,
Okay.
but yes,
Oh, yeah.
that
All
was
right.
Jackie.
I did not know that. All right. Okay.
That's
Well,
funny.
that's it. So what year was that from? Like 8 years ago or
I
something?
think it was like '07 or
Oh
'06.
seven. That's
I mean, not '07, maybe like 14.
okay. So that
I
was
think I
seven
think that
years
was,
ago.
yeah, at least. I don't think I had the book or it just came out. I
Oh, that
think
was
that's really part of, yeah. I
so
think
you.
that was part of the book
So basically, you
promo.
did that as a guise to hawk your book. That's pretty
If that's what you want to call it, I wouldn't
much.
call it that. It was a marketing strategy.
Yes. In other
Yes,
words, I was right. Yes.
yes. That's what
Uh,
I am at heart, brother.
the
I'm
good
a
old
marketer at
days.
heart.
The good old days.
The good old days.
So are you ready to like do that now? Since as of yesterday, if you're vaccinated, you can get out there and do all this stuff again, right?
Um, I don't trust nobody. Matter of fact, what I've said is I'm going to keep my mask on just to keep people away from me.
Does
So
that
they'll
work?
think.
Does that
So
work?
they'll all the ones that run around with no mask on and I got a mask on, they'll think I haven't been vaccinated. So I'm going to be sweaty and coughing.
Oh,
So all three together, stay the hell away.
that just sounds bad.
That does, doesn't it?
It really does.
It's an awesome idea. Awesome
Yes.
idea.
Well, you're getting ready to get on the plane. So, did this make you feel better as you get on the plane tomorrow?
I mean, you still got to wear a mask on the plane. And
I hope people remember that.
yeah, we're going to an island, so the infection rate is low on islands because they are islands. So
Well, you'll be outside a lot, right?
all the time,
There you go.
all the time, dude. I'm going to enjoy the outdoors.
Were you shocked when you saw that notice yesterday?
Yeah, a little bit. It was just weird. It's the stupidest notice I've ever seen.
The stupidest notice. I thought, it's like what we've been waiting for, right? I mean,
Um, for you to come out and say that only the vaccinated can have no mask on, but we have no way of determining whether or not the person with no mask on is vaccinated.
yeah, it
So, I mean,
does. It does come
right?
with a set of puzzles,
So
I
now you're
guess.
going to have a bunch of people wandering around, which the people that already hated masks and think it's all a fake and have never gotten vaccinated taking off their mask, which are the people I want to avoid. So I'm going to keep my mask on, be sweaty and coughing. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. You have this thing about sweaty and coffee.
Because that's I got a fever and I'm coughing. They're
No.
gonna assume
I
you're
wouldn't be
ill.
saying I wouldn't be saying this right now because like somebody from the airline might be watching this. They,
No,
sorry,
no.
sir, you can't come on because you sweaty and you're
Look,
coughing.
the airline makes you get paperwork. I've got a whole that has been an amazing uh, a learning experience of just what it took for us to get the right paperwork to get on a plane, leave the country, and go to another country. It's a lot.
Oh.
It's a lot right now.
So
To travel.
everybody that gets on the plane has to show that they've been vaccinated.
You have to be vaccinated within, or not vaccinated. I'm sorry, that vaccination doesn't count. That does not count. So you have to be tested within
Okay.
within 5 days of the day you're going to fly with a PCR test,
Okay.
or you can do the regular swab test 48 hours before, the rapid test 48 hours before you get on the plane.
Are you going to have to do that to get back on the plane to head back home?
You got to do something to get back home. I'm hoping that the week while we're gone, they'll make some kind of change because, I've been vaccinated in your damn country. I've got your country vaccination card, America. Why do I need to have a test too? It's stupid. But anyway,
We're just trying to be safe.
I'm just saying. I mean, it all seems kind of weird that America is requiring its own citizens that's been vaccinated to do a test within this amount of time. But anyway,
Well, I hope you guys have a great time on your trip
thank you,
and you're able to get back into the country.
thank you. Those two things are on my list of concerns.
All right. All right. So,
What about you? What's going on in your world? What are you doing?
I'm just looking out the window. I haven't gone anywhere the last couple of days because I ain't trying to get into this gas shortage thing here.
Yeah,
I mean, have you been out? I haven't even looked to see lines or nothing. I just figured it's going to be bad, and I don't need to go out anywhere, so I'll just wait this one out.
we didn't have lines, but several gas stations are out of gas.
Are they still out of gas? Like,
I think so. I didn't pay any attention on the way back like I normally did the last couple of days, but I think there's still a couple around. Yeah, still. Yeah.
yeah, I just didn't feel like getting caught up in that nonsense. So I haven't left the house since I don't know Monday. Let's
Yeah.
say
Well,
Friday.
I got an electric car.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Nice. Lucky
Right.
you.
Yeah. I got one electric, and then I got one, standard gas. So I'm vehicle non-binary. So there you go.
Well, it must feel nice to have that option during times like this.
It definitely is. Hopefully this will be over by the weekend.
I hope so because we
Yeah.
don't really need any more, that. And then of course the other thing that we were short on. Let me see if I can pull. I think I have this. Let me see. Let's try this. Nope, not that. I thought I had something in here that it spoke to the other shortage that we have here.
Which we have a shortage.
Oh man, I put this thing in the wrong box.
Yeah, told you got too many buttons.
Yeah, because you remember, well, I this today, I actually hosted this something I thought I would never do in life.
Oh, you did the little chicken wing eating contest.
Yeah, I hosted the hot wings challenge. The SAP CDP hot wing challenge.
So did they actually eat hot wings?
They actually did. Yo, man, it got real. I mean, it was
somebody puke in a bucket.
If we had gone one more round, yeah, that and
really,
there probably would have been a need for a hospital. And I mean, it was these folks got up to like over 1,000 Scoville unit sauces. Like they did 2 of those things that were over a million. Excuse me, over a million. And man, it was getting hard for them to talk. I was like, oh my God, are we going to make this?
Were they drinking milk and all that?
They had their milk, they had cupcakes, they had all sorts of food to try to keep.
I ain't doing that ever.
Hey, it was
that's
fun.
Cool. I bet it was fun.
It was fun for me because you got that right. I was just there like, yeah, are y'all right? Next one. You know, it was amazing. I mean, they were able to keep it together and make sense and talk sensibly and about customer data platforms. It was pretty. I was impressed. I got to tell you, I was impressed.
Cool.
But
is that the first one ever?
Yeah, and might be the last.
Oh no, I could see that. I'm sure if they get enough, buzz, and it sounds like they should have from it.
There's a lot of buzz.
Yeah, so I'm sure it'll be back next year.
There's a lot of heat.
A lot of heat and a lot of buzz.
There's a lot of sweat. Speaking of sweat, there was beads of sweat bubbling up from the foreheads because that stuff was hot.
Of course.
So
that's cool.
One thing I want to talk about, and this is more on the Beyond than it is on the Amazon.
All right.
And I wish I could pull this up. I don't think
You probably can't because you don't know how to use your buttons.
Nah, it's just that I got 2 machines and it's on the wrong machine that I have the link. But
well, do you want me to do something while you get that together?
Yeah, you go.
Okay, I'll just tell people there was a big story out this week that Amazon did suspend several of its native brands. And native brands meaning that these brands were built on the Amazon third-party platform. So it's not an Amazon brand, but it's a third-party brand that was built. And they were huge brands, mainly out of China. And they have all been suspended. And you might actually know some of these if you've ever ordered electronics. Aukey, Aukey is one of them. And the one that I use a lot is Impal, right? I've had Impal headphones. Actually, are these they? No, that's a different one. This is Cohen. But I mean, I've got a pair of Impal, this, that, and the third around here. They do cords. Topio, Topyo, Topio. Yeah.
Okay.
Hepya. These are just brands that you buy and you're like, oh, okay, I can get this cord or these headphones. And it's not a name brand that you would know outside of Amazon, but inside of Amazon, huge ones. And they all got suspended, man. And definitely, I got a friend that was talking about it, like Impal were the best low-cost headphones out there. And I agree, because that's what I used to use too.
Yeah, doesn't sound like you'd be using them anymore.
I'm sure they're going to have a secondary market coming up. It might be the best thing for them to have this happen. You never know. You never know, man.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah. But the moral of the story is that these guys were caught actually, and I would see it all the time. I'd order something, and inside the package, it would offer you like 10% off if you leave a review. That's a no-no.
Yeah, that's pay for play.
Yep. And so Amazon finally cracked down on them. Like I said, these guys are selling like, $1 million a month on Amazon, maybe 2, And so it ain't like Amazon didn't know that this was going on, but they let it for many years.
Well, I'm glad they're stepping through it now. That's yeah, that's not good. All right.
Not good. What you got?
All right, so this is definitely in the on beyond category. Oh, wait a
Okay.
minute. Thought I had to share. Let me share this real quick. I wonder why that stopped sharing. Got me a little curious there. Did I do something? So anyway, that's weird. So the article I wanted to talk about, and we can still talk about it, it came from Apple Insider. And do you have an Apple phone, or are you still on the Android?
I'm sticking with droids.
All right. So this really doesn't pertain
I don't know.
to
I
you.
might actually move over.
Really?
I'm thinking about it, because the Android phone. What I'm going to save $200. It's not as cheap as it used to be.
Oh, okay. So it's not as attractive.
Right.
Okay.
As they move up, trying to catch up to $1,000 phones.
All right. So I'm gonna share this. It's gonna look funny for a second. Is it over here? Oh no, here it is. Over here. All right. This is what I wanted to share. So they did the iOS update, which is the one that allows users to
Track.
be able to answer the question of, do you want this app to be able to track and share information? Before you didn't even have the options, but now with the iOS 14.5, now you can say no, or you can say sure, but at least you have a say in it. Look at the number of that percent of people who are opting in to ad tracking.
Yeah, I don't see the purpose in opting in. There's no benefit to opting in.
Well, there may be a benefit, but it's up to the app developers to be convincing enough to say, if you opt in, this is the benefit you get from opting in. Yeah.
Yeah, but does this happen on each app?
Yeah, it's supposed to happen on each app, but I've seen it, popping up. I think the first one I saw was Wall Street Journal or something like that. But
you opt into that?
Yeah, Thomas, absolutely no surprise there. Well, actually, you know what? Here's the thing. I think there are people that are surprised by this. I don't know why, but and there's another article that said it's about 13%. But this is already causing, apparently, the ripple effects to advertising is getting hit already. I mean, when you see this, only 4%. that basically, before this, everybody you didn't have any options, so you're all in basically, and they could use that data any number of ways. But now, and people did not seem to think that it was a big deal. People seem to think, oh, well, people are happy to use this stuff because it's free, and that's that. But now, given the option, people apparently don't like being the product as opposed to using the product. And I forget whoever coined this phrase. It's, if you're not paying, you are the product. And that's what we're finding out. Hey, Sven. Yeah, long time no see. Yeah, meaning Sven was there for the Hot Wings contest earlier.
Yeah, Hit Thomas is also above that because that's funny.
Yeah, well, you know what? Here's the thing. I've opted in for a couple of those things, but it's because it's on the app developer to say what you're using this for. So one of them, I forget, I think I took a screenshot of the Facebook pop-up, and the Facebook pop-up was like, well, we have to show this to you, as opposed to convincing me that, oh, if you opt in, we'll use this to make a better experience. We do it. Some of these companies are basically saying, look, the only reason we're doing this is because we have to. Do you want to opt into something like that? Is that the message you really want to opt into?
I don't. I wouldn't opt into anything.
I would opt in if you say to me, here's how we're planning to use this information to make your experiences better.
If they gave me a $10 gift card, I might.
Well, yeah. Well, you won't be opting in anything. Then. They ain't going to be giving you gift
Look,
cards.
that's what I'm saying. If they don't want to pay for my information, I'll keep it to myself.
Well, see, here's the thing. The app, using the app, if you find the app, very helpful to you, and they say, in order for us to make this app even more helpful as we go on, as you keep using it, we would like to use your data to do that. Then it's okay. I see that that's an all right thing. But if you're just saying, well, we're asking you to opt in because we have to, that's not a very convenient argument,
No.
So yeah, a lot of people have already chosen the general default is I don't want to opt into anything, So that's killing it. That's killing a whole bunch of these app developers already.
I mean, I don't know how. I mean, here's the thing. It's like that stuff is good for retargeting, but is it all that good for first contact? Not really.
Well, but here's the thing. I mean, it's up to the app developers to say it's not just for retargeting. Because if they say we want you to opt in so that we can retarget your ass, basically, that's not a good reason.
Yeah, but we all know that is the reason.
That might be a reason, but if
what other reason do we have?
Hey, like I said, companies can do a lot of good things with that data if the data is used to create better, more meaningful applications, services, experiences. And if they have a proven track record of doing that.
Name one.
No, you name one.
I can't.
You're a business guy. You're a small business seller. There's a lot of business going through these applications. A lot of people are using them. You must be getting some benefit from using these things. It's on these developers to be able to prove their case that no, I'm not. Yeah, we might benefit from using your data, but here's how you benefit. Being open and transparent about it is key. These folks didn't want to do that. They don't want to be open and transparent. They didn't want to have to prove their case. They just wanted to use your stuff. Case. Some of them do have a case.
They have no case.
I think some of them do have a case.
You don't have a case.
I can see Spin is definitely not down with the retargeting. That switch was well buried. I mean, look, most people did not know about this, and were surprised by it.
Okay, you know what? Let me just say, because he said retargeting is bullshit. One thing I have actually been reminded of something that I didn't get to at the time from retargeting before. No, I'm not. It is bullshit, but I mean, I've had that happen, with an Amazon purchase or something like that.
Let's just face it. We like using these applications because we don't have to pay for them, and they do provide some kind of a service.
Right.
But you got to pay one way or the other. And so if the option
nothing's free.
But if the option said we would like to use your data to do this, if you do not want us to use your data, would you be willing to pay $5 a month?
Yeah.
What percentage of the folks would be willing to pay versus willing to pay by using your data? Mm-hmm. What would you go for that? If there's only two ways you can use this app. Either you pay a monthly fee or you allow us to leverage your data. Would you still continue to use the app?
Probably not. I mean,
what if that's the only way you could use apps? Because this has got to be you got to be able to have to pay one way or the other.
Look, you remember when apps first came out? There was no retargeting, and free was the way. It was freemiums, so free to premium was the model.
Well, because they already knew that they had an opportunity to collect a lot of data.
Well, no, they knew that you had to go from the free to the premium.
Well, they wanted
So
you
you
to
give me
go
a
to the free,
taste,
premium.
and
Yeah.
if it, so you give me it. We're going to go back to give me a taste for free, and then premium. That's what all of media does,
Now, see,
right?
this cheap behinds like you who would never pay for anything if given the opportunity, right? Whether it's with money or with your data. So
That's
I'm
not
just,
true. I
I'm
spend
just,
money on certain
I'm
apps.
just
Come
telling you. So
on.
if you have, so you have
Oh,
one model or the other. You can't be using a application for free. So which way are you more comfortable with doing it? Paying a little a month or letting them use your data?
I'll pay.
So you don't. There's no instance where you would
Like,
allow them to track. Use your data to track.
I'm not saying that I won't allow them to track. I'm on a Droid. I don't even have the option, you know. So I mean, they still get to do it for me, you
But
know.
so you just talked about potentially coming over to the dark side and getting an Apple phone.
Oh,
With
it's going to be on. You're never going to know where I'm at.
what? So I'm saying, does this make you want to go even more
No,
to Apple?
no.
So you don't. So you don't mind being on the Android side where they don't do this stuff. So they're already just going to be using your data all over the place without
Yep.
giving you the option.
Even more so now. Yep. Yep.
So you wait a minute. So wait a minute. So you're
What?
saying that you'd rather stay on the Android where they just take your data without telling you a thing, rather than go to Apple where they are giving you the phone and
Let's
owner
be clear. Apple
an
ain't my
option
friend.
to.
Apple is not my friend.
So why aren't they your friend in this respect? Because
Apple's just going to come out with their own ad network using their own data and not sharing it with anybody. We already know where this is going.
no, but
you've
you've got the option. They give you the option up front.
You think you have the option.
You think you got the option.
You think you have the option. You think Amazon? I mean, you think Apple doesn't know exactly what you're doing on their phone?
They know what you're doing on their phone, but the option is: do you want the app developers to use your data and spread your data all around?
Whereas they can't spread the data all around.
Oh, they're doing it all. Well, they had been.
No, I mean, because the data that they get is aggregated data. They don't get actual data on.
But it's still. You don't know. There's some nefarious folks out there that are taking that data.
Okay, yeah, but that's not anyway.
Wait a minute. Here's a good question by Thomas. Is Google your friend?
No, absolutely not. I'm not. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not. I understand that I'm playing with a game full of devils, and I just know they're all devil. So just because you throw me a bone won't make me think you're an angel all of a sudden.
Who said you got to be an angel?
No. I'm just answering his question. I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying.
You asked me if I would change from this to that just based on that. I'm like, no, because I'm just trading in an old devil I know for a new devil that got new games. I don't want to play.
What if it's a new game? So all right, let's say it's a devil. They're both devils, but one devil at least give you an option to track their, use your data for tracking versus
that's not true. You just
it's
true. I'm telling you, Brent, I'm serious. I'm trying not to.
Okay,
I'm trying. I don't. Let me just explain what I just said.
All
right, and then you go on. I'm saying, don't believe the hype.
What are you, Chuck D? All of a sudden?
No, that's just a saying. Don't believe the hype. This is hype.
All right,
they're not protecting you from nothing.
But wait a minute. If before iOS 14.5, you didn't have an option, so all these people who are opting not to share their data are saying, "Look, we ain't opting in because you gave us a choice." How is that worse than before?
Here, you see me? I'm just waiting. We'll find out. So I'm just telling you, man. When you know the outcome, you already know the outcome.
I don't know the outcome to this. This is new.
It's just like Facebook has done this multiple times.
Well, now
we're not going to sell your data.
Wait a minute.
And how many times have they done it?
That's
So
a whole different story. Now,
I know.
those
This
guys.
is literally this is done simply because Apple is pissed off at Facebook making so much money by selling ads. That's what this whole game is about.
All right. So
right?
What does that have to do with me?
So Apple wants some of that money.
But if I'm still getting an option out of this that says no,
Apple wants some
I don't want
money,
you to track.
bro.
But if I am getting an option that I didn't have before, I don't care if Apple is mad at Facebook and Facebook is mad at. If I'm getting an option that says you can give us your data or not, an option I didn't have before, why is that a bad thing? I don't understand that.
I didn't say it was a bad thing.
Look, it's Finn like, what are you, our fight?
You won the first round. I don't have any ammunition for the second round. I don't have any ammunition for the first round. All I'm telling you is don't trust Apple.
But look at what's going to happen. This is to me the interesting thing is, what does this do for ads going forward, digital ads?
Yes.
So if this pattern keeps up,
yes,
what's the end result? Let's say you're a small business who is it can be any business, but I'm going to just focus on small business. What if you're a small business who, because Facebook allowed you to use their marketing tools and they're pretty cheap, because I know you do that a lot, but now that's going to be almost useless if only 4% of the data that you used to get is available to you after all this. Where do the options that small businesses have going
like
forward?
I said, honestly, that's not what's happening here. That's only second contact, not first contact. First contact is still there prior to being able to retarget. I mean, retargeting's been maybe 8 years of like, the glory of retargeting. I mean, we had advertising before retargeting.
Well, here's the thing.
It's not going to be like all of a sudden we're not going to advertise. We're just not going to be able to tell where somebody came from and retarget to them.
All that data is that people have kind of grown accustomed to having at their disposal. It's going to change models, and that's going to be some severe changes in the models.
Yeah,
but
it is. Absolutely.
I like
but
this.
It's not like you're not going to be able to do anything.
Well, it's going to, but
you know what? Here's my thing, man. If you've got a product or a service that adds value, then you'll be all right.
So here's the thing. I want to address what Thomas is talking about here, because I think it's how does Apple get the money if I stay opted out. Here's the thing about Apple: 95% of their revenue, no, probably even more than that, it doesn't come from ads.
I will tell them exactly how Apple gets the money.
Yeah, by getting people like me to pay all sorts of money for their stuff.
No, they start their own ad network.
Well, sorry, that'll be a fraction. I mean, we talked about the last quarter that Apple made $23.6 billion in profit the last quarter. How much came from ads?
How much profit does Facebook make?
Not that much, but 97% of that came from ads for Facebook.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. They want is a piece of that action.
Yeah. So they might hurt Facebook, but it's not like that's going to drive Apple's business. Apple's business is being driven by people buying all these devices. And now they got this new M1 chip and they're going to have an M2 chip. That means a refresh for people like me to get more Apple stuff. That's where they make their money.
But that's not making people like me change to Apple.
That's because you're dumb.
Okay. Wow.
How'd you like that argument?
Wow. Oh my God.
No, but I think who else? Who stands to benefit? All right, Apple is the obvious one, because you're right. This puts more control in their hands. You know what's going to be interesting is what happens with the Apple Epic fight, because what the big payoff from this App Store stuff is that 30% cut that Apple gets from these app developers.
That's right. Maybe they won't be developing for Apple.
Well, because
Apple's not the number one platform anyway.
So that's what I'm saying.
So Apple could actually shrink.
It could. And what does that mean? They're going to make only $23 billion in profit next quarter? I don't know.
Saying.
That's the bigger thing. It's the app developers trying to keep a bigger piece of that pie versus the ads or the
I
potential
mean,
use of the data.
yeah. I mean, you think about the app developers. Why did they develop apps on that platform anyway? It's for the ad revenue.
Thomas, once again, but this ad network will not be better than the one of Google. You're right.
No,
It's not.
it'll be closed.
It'll be in somebody
It'll be
else's hands.
exclusive.
It'll be
It'll
in
be
somebody else's hands.
it'll be closed. It'll be exclusive, and it will probably be way more accurate because now they're not sharing the data with anybody else, including the developers, but they're able to sell the access.
Well, so how does this data? Let's say so. Apple's going to have a lot of data at their disposal, right?
Already do.
And they're going to have even more because these watches and these other devices are tracking your health information. Now, that's the thing that I'm kind of keeping an eye on.
Too. Yes, that could be another thing too.
Well,
because as we get into more and more personal data,
it's
really
coming.
It's right. And so I think that is part of the move for privacy because people are not going to give you this fingerprint and eye and retina data and all that stuff and allow you to track that when they feel like you just sell it to third parties.
Exactly. And so Apple, has a pretty strong hand, but that hand could be weakened if the perception is, they're just using it to, for themselves to try to do nefarious stuff. So they got to be careful about that.
Thomas, I want to make, because why more accurate? It's more accurate because it's only being shared with Apple and they're the ones using it. So they weren't using it before for themselves. Now they're going to use it for themselves. And now they have all that data because before they would share it, but it would be aggregated data. Nobody was using the actual personal data. Now they're going to use their own personal data to make decisions other than, hey, what color watch band should I make next month?
I'm surprised Apple didn't get sued more around, the potential of this data that's coming through their, marketplace that could, with all these different people with their hands into it, doing whatever stuff they're doing. It's amazing that Apple didn't get sued more about how when this data leaks out, it ends up in third-party hands that people had no idea their data was going to end up in this company's hands.
Let's be clear. I want to be clear. All right. This is not new. All right. This is not new. See this thing? These were the people that used to have the data. Okay. So credit cards always had the data on consumer spending, exactly where you bought, what you were interested in, and they used to sell that, and they still do. They still sell that data. All right. That data is still out there. So while we're making, Apples or the Facebooks or the Googles of the world, the beast, right? Credit card companies, mortgage companies, Home Depot, all of these people are selling their data all day.
Yeah, which means that we weren't happy with that either, but we didn't think we had a say in that.
Right, but you ain't sue none of them.
But now we're seeing Apple, whatever their motive is, they are at least giving a piece of an option that we never had before. That's all I'm saying. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's an end-all, be-all. And I don't think that Apple is doing it just because they're trying to make us happy. No, but it's still, they're giving us something that we didn't have before. And I'm really curious to see how the ripple effects that come from this. If we're saying, if this number is to be believed, that 4% of the people are opting in, and I think he said the figure is based on a sampling of 2.5 million daily mobile active users. So that's not an insignificant sample. So if we're saying that is leading to only 4% of opt-in rates, that's almost as you're talking about email open rates at this point compared to anything else. What are the ramifications that is going to have on everything from the big guys down to the little guys. That's going to change the way businesses approach advertising, digital advertising, in a pretty significant way. Who stands to benefit the most from that? Apple is definitely one, but who else could be there? Who else is there?
Let me give you a number.
All right, give me a number.
Let me give you a number because this is interesting. I just pulled this up. Apple's market share in Q1 of 2018 was 33% of the phone market.
Phone market. What about tablet?
Let's just go with the phones right now. That's what I'm looking at, the smartphone market share. Okay. How much do you think it is today?
You said it was what before 2018?
33%.
And this is maybe a little lower. Maybe a little lower. Slightly lower, I say.
18%.
All right, so it's almost half lower. Okay. And yet, you got to throw in their share of the tablet market, their share of the PC market. They own significant portions of every kind of, well, not every device. The watch, with that's a growing market, and they are the leaders in that. They don't have.
I saw another thing too the other day. That of that number that you made, do you know how much of that were headphones?
No, how much?
It was a huge amount.
So
an insane amount of this revenue really was driven by headphones.
So that's what I'm saying. They're making their money off of selling stuff.
But yes, absolutely.
Not selling data.
I mean, at some point they're going to reach, maturity in that area. It
ain't going to be anytime soon because I'm
just saying. I mean, you got to have the phone to make the headphone work.
But this is why they are smart people because they're making.
They are. And trust me, I won't deny any of that. But I'm just saying that the driver of this is not because they love you, Brent.
I didn't say it was. I kept on saying that is not it. But even if they're being greedy or wanting to take market share from Facebook and Google, I don't care because they are giving me an option that I didn't have before.
Exactly.
That might go with the greed. I don't know. But at least I get a bit of an option. I get a bit of a benefit from their, trying to take out each other. It's something that we didn't have before. I like that.
I agree.
Wait a minute, Thomas said you got a good point. Thomas, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I think he was talking about the percentage of the market share.
Yeah, but I still say that nobody does anything just for the good or the betterment.
Right.
There's a definite financial benefit. It's like we have a chance in this one move to weaken our competitor and strengthening ourselves as well. And we can say that it's a win for the consumers because we give them at least an option that they didn't have before. What's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. And that's why Facebook is scrambling right now.
How about, okay, so Apple sold nearly 60 million in AirPods in 2019.
I forgot about AirPods.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Most of their profits were AirPods.
So they're selling stuff. They're selling stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to sell stuff to get profits.
Well, I mean, I'm saying Facebook sells air to get their profit. Apple sells stuff to get their profit. That's why this move hurts Facebook. And it helps Apple, but Apple is not driven by ads. So it's not like oh, this is going to be a huge benefit to us. It's more like it's going to be a huge detriment to Facebook, which
Apple's driven by market share.
I think market share, but I also think they're driven by having more of a power, having more say over what happens too.
No, I just think they're driven by brand affinity. Right?
I totally agree with you on that one.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think at some level, giving you this option as a user helps with the brand affinity. It keeps you around.
Apple, this is a win-win for Apple in so many ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a lose. Yeah, there's no loss, and it's definitely no loss for you as a third party
No,
or the end user. I think it's great, fantastic.
It's a great way to brand this too. Yeah, we know that they're benefiting, but
Right.
but that's okay because we as consumers are benefiting too, and I'm okay with the win-win. Now, Facebook might have a different stance on that, but that's between Facebook and Apple.
Yeah, I mean, trust me. I mean, Facebook is probably just losing their shit right now. I mean, I get it,
And rightfully so,
and
because
rightfully so,
that
because
number
they
has
don't
got to
have.
be that number's got to be frightening to them.
If you just think about it, I remember the day when you realized Facebook was a mobile app, right?
Well, I remember when they made the Messenger app, spun it out of the Facebook app.
Right. To
And
make
there
you
was-
opt into, yes, automatically, yes, and that was partially to keep you engaged on from desktop to mobile as we were moving,
and to be able to collect a whole new set of data, because remember the privacy policy on Messenger was completely different than the main Facebook app.
Now you asked one question. I just thought about this. Who it is going to hurt is going to be small business with brick and mortar advertising, because before you were able to actually advertise based on location of somebody's phone. So if I wanted to, and a friend told me this a while ago. He's like, "Look, man, I can, if I wanted to find all the people that went to a specific show in Las Vegas, not when I'm talking about like a trade show. If I want to find everybody at this trade show in Las Vegas and run ads to them, all you have to do is find people that are visiting Las Vegas on this week."
Yeah, that's once again, we said the ripple effects of this is going to be huge. That's a good one. But just look at let me put this back up, because just read this message. Pal About would like permission to track you across apps and websites owned by other companies. Your data will be used to deliver personalized ads. Who the hell would want to opt into that?
I'm sure that's the wording they have to use by Amazon. I mean, by Apple.
I don't know. That's terrible. Your data will be used to deliver personal ads. Like, who wants that?
Start paying attention to the wording, and I bet you track is a word. That's one of those words, man, that's going to make people opt out. Who wants to be tracked?
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
I mean, look, but it's not that part of it. It's what they say they're going to do.
Yes,
your data will be used to deliver personal ads. That's what you're going to give me?
I remember, don't you? I kind of remember opting in for personalized ads on Facebook at one point.
Maybe.
I kind of seems like I remember having to opt into that at one point. I don't know why that wording brought that to mind.
I don't know. But that wording does not make me want to do anything but opt out. They need to work on that. I'm just saying. I don't know if Apple is telling you have to use certain, but that's not anything that makes you want to opt in. Just saying. Sorry, Pal About.
It's going to be crazy, man.
All right. So, yeah, it's a little.
That was fun.
We got a little. It was good to get a little heat.
I can't wait to get away from you.
Yeah, what time is the flight tomorrow? Is it the first thing in the morning?
Yeah, 9 a.m.
Well, I hope you guys have a great vacation. That means that we will be on hiatus next Friday.
Week. Oh.
Yeah, that sounded real legit. Oh
no, I really. You know what? Honestly, I must say, I look forward to this show way more than I did in Wednesday, and I think it's part of the format. You know, I like it a lot better.
He's getting used to just getting me, wiping up the floor with him, and it's a better feeling on a Friday. It doesn't feel as bad.
Whatever. Good luck with that.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, thank you especially thanks to our buddies Spin. Thomas. We enjoy that. We definitely enjoy having you guys around to do that. And we will see you in 2 Fridays because the big man is off to Sun and Fun and Frolic and all that kind of stuff. Where are you going again?
St. Martin.
St. Martin. Is that Mexico or something? I have no idea.
Caribbean, bro.
Oh, the Caribbean.
It's Caribbean, and you know what? It's a small island. Half of it's owned by the Dutch, the other half is French, but you can drive all the way around it without a border, and literally you get the Dutch culture and the French culture along with the Caribbean culture. It's an amazing experience if you get to go somewhere. Just pick that place, seriously.
How many different languages you got to speak?
I mean, it's all English. It's all English.
All right, there it is.
You should be good. I mean, but the French side is a little, how French people can be sometimes.
French people, I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, I'm just saying. Yeah,
okay
look,
with me.
trust me, the French know what I'm talking about.
Oh, all right. There you are. Well, be on the lookout for him. Let him know what you think about that last statement. All right. We will see you in 2 weeks. Have a good one.
Peace.
Later.